The Senators sale kicks into higher gear, at least today. What Today's the day that people can take a look at the books. Bruce, is that the deal?
Yes, supposedly the due diligence website opens today by Galateo Sports Partners in New York. And it's interesting, guys, because when Eugene Melnick bought this team in 2003, Bob, there were only two parties interested: Eugene Melnick and Nelson Peltz, the
Right.
Snapple billionaire, and Peltz wanted to get in to move the team. And Eugene at that time was the only one who wanted to keep the team in Ottawa. Well, now this isn't only going to be a hockey deal, it's going to be an arena deal. And my understanding is, and I think I was even low on the number, is that more than 20 partners or 20 groups have called Gladio and signed NDAs to get into that website today. Now, this today will separate the pretenders from the contenders, but clearly there's a lot of interest in this team, not only because of the team, but because of the fact that they have a memorandum of understanding with the National Capital Commission here in Ottawa to build a downtown arena, and I think people look at this as a very exciting project.
What do you think that number is for that part of the contract? I was thinking around 200 million, Bruce.
Well, that's the real question, right? Like, what is is a team worth 675 million and then you add 200 million for the arena?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that given the amount of interest there is in this team, that it's going to go for somewhere between 800 million to a billion. The Pittsburgh Penguins sold for 875 million or so. The Nashville Predators sold for 775 million, just given the amount of interest. But whoever gets in here is gonna have to partner up, because if the UBS arena in Long Island costs $1 billion, that's what a downtown arena in Ottawa is going to cost. Just given the cost of where everything is gone right now.
So we're talking something slightly less than $1 billion for the team, and then another billion for the rink, correct?
Well, exactly. And now you are going to be able to get money out of the Canadian Tire Center, depending on what you do with that. From what I've been told, land in this area, and I think the Canadian Tire Center is on something like 400 acres. I could be wrong on that, but those are going for $1 million an acre right now, between 750 to $1 million an acre Canadian. So you're going to be able to reap some benefits out of selling that land in Canada, but they need some big pockets in here if this is going to be reality. And the league has made one of the things you have to do if you buy this team is you also have to agree to build the arena. So there's both are tied together.
I just don't know whether, do you guys think that this team or this situation is worth that kind of money? When you look around, the Ottawa franchise has had troubles. They've had trouble selling seats. And
well, let's face it, Bob. They're gonna part of you buy this team. God bless our friend Eugene Melnick, but Eugene had debts. This team has debts. How do those get paid in amongst all of this stuff?
Well, I assume if you buy the franchise, you have to pay the debt, do you not?
Well, what's
the price? Yeah,
but wouldn't the debt just come out of his estate? You know what I mean? Like,
well, you'd have to negotiate that, Bruce. Really, that would end up being that's part of the part of the puzzle people aren't mentioning very much. Is
what was his buying price all those years?
Oh, well, that doesn't matter.
It does. It'll factor. What was it?
130 million US for the team in the rink.
Okay, so let's say he's picked up another 70 million in debt. So I'm going to guess there's 200 million. Is that fair?
Oh,
I think there's more than that.
People seem to think it's closer to 3, but you can only, and I think sometimes people guess too high, because isn't that how the New Jersey Devils lost their team? Was that their debt ratio got too high. I mean, the league will only allow you to go to a certain debt ratio. So I don't think it's as high as anybody thinks it is, but I don't think it's low either, Kevin.
But I think that's one of the key things. Now, we've heard lots of names, Bruce. You've been right on top of this story all along. There's the fancy name, which is Ryan Reynolds, he's going to be. It sounds like he's going to want to partner with somebody to maybe be a face like he is with his soccer team in England or in Wales. But the name I'm not hearing is John Ruddy, and I keep wondering why John Ruddy's not involved in this again after the lawsuit between he and Eugene's company gets settled.
I don't think that he has the wherewithal to be in this project. I think,
but he was going to be in the project to build the building the last time.
Yeah, but I think that those circumstances have changed. I think he's taken a hard hit from the pandemic. A lot of the shopping centers and whatnot and real estate that he owns, a lot of those buildings are empty. I also think that he's got to get that lawsuit settled. And quite frankly, this is just my take. Is the National Hockey League going to sell a team to a guy who's suing the old owner? And I know, we all know that Gary Bettman controls this world, and I don't think he'd have anything to do with that. And the other thing is, John Ruddy and his partners with the Ottawa Sports and Entertainment Group are currently asking the league for they're currently asking the city of Ottawa for $300 million to build a junior hockey rink here. So, I think he's got money in other places. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Would that ask of a junior hockey rink continue to exist with a new NHL rink downtown?
That I don't. Yes, probably because it's a smaller venue. What they
Well, I
want to
get
do
that.
is, yeah, but what they want to do is they've got this Lansdowne Live area here, Bob, and what they want to do is take the hockey rink, which they didn't have the money to renovate when they did the football stadium. They want to knock down the part of the stands and make the hockey rink smaller into a 6,000 seat rink. And the 67s have tried playing in a large venue, and it just does not work.
Right.
And that they'd be better off in that surrounding. Let's put it that way.